There's a moment where the former Navy SEAL, DJ Shipley, is sitting at his kitchen table, and he can't move either arm. He's got no job, no income, and two kids in the next room. A machine had lit him up with enough electricity to nearly shut down his organs.
My collarbone's broken, left shoulder's out of socket for sure.
And doctors were talking about cutting out muscle to save his life. And then, his trainer walks through the door, pulls out a 2-pound dumbbell, hands it to him, and says, "Can you make a fist?" That one question rebuilt DJ Shipley from the ground up. And out of that rebuild came 4 simple exercises. The same 4 he still leans on today to stay strong, protect his joints, and move like a much younger man. Exercise 1. Explosive power. Think about the last time you had to react fast, maybe stepping off a curb wrong, or catching yourself when you slipped on ice. That split-second power doesn't come from slow, steady lifting. This is about training your body to react instantly, like a spring. That's the whole idea behind explosive power training, sometimes called plyometrics. It's not about how much weight you can move, but how fast and how explosively you can move your body. DJ builds this into his training with box jumps for height and distance, plus straight broad jumps, where you swing your arms and launch yourself forward, landing under control. He's even set a personal target for how far he wants to jump.
I want to hit 10 feet, and I want to hold that as long as humanly possible.
But it's not just about the jump itself. It's about what happens the moment you land. His coach caught an issue in DJ's body just from watching him land a jump on camera days earlier.
I watched that broad jump on Friday. You landed a little funky. I wanted to see if it's going to mess with you.
That's the other half of explosive power training that people miss. It's not just building power, it's teaching your body to absorb force safely, so a bad step or an awkward landing in real life doesn't turn into a torn ligament. Once your legs know how to explode and then land softly and in control, the next logical question is what happens when you load real weight onto those same legs. And that's where things get interesting. Exercise 2. Belt squats. If you've never heard of a belt squat, picture a regular squat, except instead of a barbell, the weight hangs from a belt around your hips. You step onto a platform, the belt pulls straight down through your legs, and your back barely feels a thing. This is the piece of equipment DJ says he genuinely loves, and it makes sense once you know his history. A guy with a long list of spine, hip, and shoulder injuries needs a way to load his legs heavy without adding one more thing for his back to complain about. The belt squat solves that problem directly.
We got a belt squat machine, so anybody who walks in, regardless of the injuries, limitations you have, we have equipment to accommodate that.
Think of it like the difference between carrying a heavy backpack on your shoulders for hours versus rolling that same weight behind you on a suitcase. Same load, completely different toll on your body. That's what a belt squat does for your legs. You still get the heavy muscle building work, just without stacking all that pressure straight down through your spine. In DJ's program, Leg Day, built around the belt squat, is famous among the people who train with him. It's high weight and high repetitions, and by his own description, it's brutal in the best way.
From 7 to 9, high weight, pretty high repetitions.
Exercise 3, single leg movements. But being strong on 2 feet is only half the battle. In the real world, most of our movement, like walking or climbing stairs, actually happens one leg at a time. That's where single leg training comes in. And in DJ's program, that mostly means heavy Bulgarian split squats and heavy lunges. A Bulgarian split squat is basically a lunge where your back foot is propped up behind you on a bench, so nearly all your weight drops through the front leg. It sounds simple, but add real weight to it and it becomes one of the toughest, most humbling exercises out there because there's nowhere to hide. Each leg has to do its own job.
But a lot of single leg movements, Bulgarian split squats, a lot of lunges with heavy weight.
And DJ isn't talking about light dumbbells here either.
70 pounds in each hand, for me, that's a lot of weight.
Here's why this matters. Imagine 2 people who can both squat the same heavy weight with both legs. Now ask one of them to step off a curb, catch their balance on one foot, and push back up without wobbling. That's a completely different skill, and it's the one that actually protects you from rolled ankles, twisted knees, and falls as you get older. Single leg strength is really balance, stability, and raw strength trained all at once. This is also why lunges and split squats show up so often in rehab programs. They let you build serious strength on each leg individually, which matters a lot if one side of your body has ever been injured or is naturally weaker than the other. Building strong legs one at a time is only half the picture, though. None of it holds together without a strong center, which brings us to the last exercise. Exercise 4, planks. For decades, the go-to move for core strength was the sit-up. Do a few hundred a week and you're supposedly set. DJ's program throws that idea out entirely and replaces it with the plank. The reasoning comes down to one problem with sit-ups. They rely heavily on the muscles that connect your legs to your hips, not just your abs. If those hip muscles are tight or overworked, sit-ups end up putting a lot of unnecessary strain on your lower back instead of actually building core strength. A plank fixes that. You hold your body in a straight line, supported on your forearms and toes, and your core has to do the work of keeping everything locked in place. There's no swinging momentum, no cheating your way through extra reps. Either your core is doing the job, or you're shaking and dropping to the ground.
It's very hard to cheat a plank, but your core is so important.
DJ actually keeps his core gently switched on all day long, not just during workouts, specifically because it protects his lower back.
I started walking around with my core at like 40 to 50% flexed all day, every day. My lower back issues went away instantly.
So instead of chasing sit-up numbers, DJ's program tracks how long you can hold a solid plank, working up from around 90 seconds toward 2 to 3 minutes as your standard. It's a small shift, but it changes your core from something you occasionally work on into something that's quietly protecting your back all day. And once you put all 4 of these pieces together, explosive power, belt squats, single leg work, and planks, you've basically built the entire physical foundation DJ leans on to stay strong, mobile, and injury resistant, no matter what life throws at him. So there you have it, 4 exercises, and none of them require you to be a former Tier 1 operator to benefit from them. Explosive power training to build fast, reactive strength and teach your body to land safely. Belt squats to load your legs heavy without punishing your spine. Single leg work to build real balance and strength on each leg individually. And planks to build a core that actually protects your lower back instead of straining it. What's remarkable is that DJ didn't build this program while he was at his physical peak. He built it and rebuilt it while recovering from a broken hip, a shattered shoulder, and an electrocution.
And it was my collarbone shattering. And if you listen to Patsy, I leveled out in the air and I shot across the yard, still holding on to these things.
Holy shit.
I remember hitting the ground.
That nearly ended his life. If these 4 moves were enough to bring him back from that, there's a very good chance they can do something meaningful for you too, whatever shape you're starting from. You don't need a Navy SEAL schedule to start. Pick one of these 4 movements, add it into your week, and build from there. If this breakdown helped you, hit like, subscribe for more videos like this one, and let us know in the comments which of these 4 you're adding to your training first.